Oda did it. Oda killed it. Oda killed the Shiki theories. Welcome in, you guys, to One Piece chapter 1139, brief spoilers. My name is Sai, and today we are here to just talk about the upcoming chapter of One Piece and all that good stuff. If you have not read the spoilers for yourself yet, though, I will be linking Pew Piece's Twitter account down below and or pinning the spoilers in the top comment. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the chapter is titled The Mountain Eater. And in the cover page, we see something crazy. Finally, the Yamato cover page story is getting good. So, we see that Who's Who is not just chilling, hanging out with women and drinking sake, stealing swords. No. He's getting ready to execute Page 1 and Ulti. Why? They were Nakama not too long ago. What changed? Why is he killing his former companions? I have no idea. Yeah, I feel like they should just work together. Like they worked under Kaido, right? Like what's going on here? And also, how did Page 1 and Ulti lose? I'm not exactly a Page 1 and Ulti glazer, but if they work together, I feel like they could take out Who's Who. And don't give me that BS like, oh, but Who's Who has his crew. No, those guys are fodder. Well, what are we talking about here? How did Page 1 and Ulti get in this situation? And why is Who's Who doing this? We know that he flip-flopped sides before, right? He worked with Cypher Pole and then he became a slave, and now he's working with Kaido, and now he's his own agent. So maybe he just wants the power, maybe he just wants to get rid of any competition in the future. I have no clue. But either way, it is good to see Oda is bringing back these characters whose fate we were really unsure about. We did not know what happened to these guys, but here they are. And now that we see Page 1 and Ulti, I do wonder if we'll also see Sasaki and Black Maria. And or Jack the Drought, right? Those are three characters out of Kaido's crew who are still MIA. So there is a chance they could show up later and or pretty soon. But yes, if Yamato breaks out Ulti and Page 1, I wonder if they will work for Yamato or, be indebted to Yamato. Because that's kind of how Page 1 and Ulti felt for Kaido, right? Kaido and their dad were good friends, and then their dad died, and then Kaido just adopted these two. So maybe Yamato's going to do the same thing, right? Now that Kaido's gone, Yamato adopts Page 1 and Ulti. I think that makes the most sense, and plus, it's not like they can beat Yamato, right? Even if Page 1, Ulti, and Who's Who work together, Yamato is just an insurmountable monster. But yeah, I'm loving this. I love the development, and of course, this does run parallel with Odin's journey, right? Odin went around Wano, beating up gangsters, beating up violent criminals, and then they ended up joining him because they respected them. So this could be the same thing here. So on to the chapter now. Ooh, short chapter, only 13 pages, but these 13 pages sound pretty damn fire. But we immediately get the reveal that the man in the hat, the man off the coast, the man that's been walking around Wano and Colin's dad is Scopper. It's done. It's done. Sorry to the Shiki fans out there. Don't get me wrong, I like the Shiki theories. I don't think they were bad, but the minute we learned that Ripley was married to this guy, I just knew he was Scopper. It killed the Shiki theories for me, because I'm like, all right, Shiki doesn't seem like the guy who would settle down. Scopper does. And plus, Rayleigh settled down with Shaki, right? It just makes sense if Scopper did the same. And here we have it. We got Scopper Gabon being revealed, and he's nicknamed YAAAAAAA-SAN, which is perfect, right? YAAAAAAA-SAN fits really well because Rayleigh, for example, was nicknamed Ray-san back in Sabaody and at Amazon Lily. So yeah, YAAAAAA-SAN, I love it. And we have to remember that Scopper Gabon, a hint that it was him all along, was the Crocus cover page story. Bro, who else would meet with Crocus at the Twin Capes other than our guy Scopper, right? Former pirate crew, they're friends. Yeah, I feel like it just made sense. And boom, here we have it. So now that Gabon has been revealed to the group, we get an insane epithet coming from himself, right? People are not calling him this, but he calls himself the Minister of Love. Which, I gotta say, I know where Oda's going with this. You got Rayleigh, who is the Dark King. You got Roger, who's the Pirate King, and then you have Scopper, who is the Minister of Love. Jeez, I wonder what pirate crew Oda is trying to run parallels with here. It's not like we have Zoro and then Sanji, right? We got King of Hell Zoro and then Loverboy Sanji, which, granted, Sanji's nickname is still Blackleg, but if he were to get a new one, I think he would also be considered the Straw Hat's Minister of Love. I love it. And of course, I wonder if he named himself this after he got married, right? Because he loves Ripley so much, I think that'd be pretty wholesome. But yes, Gaban then takes us over to the treasure room where Loki's keys are currently being stored, which I think is interesting because later on in this chapter, we come to find out that Loki's keys are still here. And it's weird to me because it's like, wait, if Loki said yes to Shamrock and Gunko, would they have to go all the way back up to the castle to get the keys to free him? Like, I just thought they had the keys already, and that we would come here and the room would be empty, but I guess that's not the case. So yeah, Gaban takes them over there, and that is when we cut over to the Straw Hat crew that is partying with the Giants, and they talk about how Scopper not only lives in Elbaph, but he is the left-hand man to the Pirate King, and he's also known as the legendary star equal to Roger and Rayleigh. So I've seen a lot of people talking about this line right here saying, oh, like, you know, Roger, Rayleigh, and Scopper, they're all the same power level, what have you. And I'm like, that could be the case, but I think it could just be like notoriety. Like when you think of the Roger crew, you think of those three guys. That's how I inferred it. I could be wrong, but you know, I love seeing the debates online. People are going kind of crazy about this one because now they're spinning it to the Straw Hats and they're like, oh, you know, Sanji is equal to Zoro, or, you know, Zoro's equal to Luffy. And I'm like, okay, whoa, guys. We're getting a little bit too crazy here, in my opinion. But yes, a legendary star, left-hand man of the Pirate King, and we end off the chapter with even more Scopper glaze. But we see that Scopper isn't just going to give them Loki's keys for free. This guy says that if Luffy wants it, he's going to have to fight him. He's going to have to challenge him for these keys. And this right here could be for a myriad of reasons. The first one could just be that Scopper wants to see if Luffy is stronger than Loki, just in case they have to subdue him again, right? You don't exactly want to give the keys to somebody who's weaker than him and can't control the guy. I don't think that's like necessarily the main reason why Scopper's fighting him. I think it's for these reasons right here, such as Scopper wanting to see what Gear 5th is all about. Because Roger, Rayleigh, and him, they've read the ancient texts. They know about Joy Boy. They know about Sun God Nika. So I'm assuming he also wants to see what it is cooking, right? Roger never got a chance to see this in person, so Scopper wants to witness it for himself. And not to mention, Rayleigh. Rayleigh trained Luffy. It only makes sense, too, that Scopper wants to see how Rayleigh did. Bro, come on, man. And then, of course, another obvious one would just be that since Luffy wants to usurp Roger's title, Scopper wants to make sure that it's going to the right guy, right? You don't exactly want a bum taking your previous captain's title, right? If Luffy became Pirate King and Luffy was a lame-o, then Scopper would not be super happy. So yes, he wants to test him. He wants to see what he's all about. And I absolutely agree and love it, right? Dude, Scopper versus Luffy, who would have thought? Who would have thought that would be happening? And also, this is the worst time for this fight to be happening. Just want to throw that out there, right? We don't know that the God Knights are on this island and are about to kidnap the children. But, dude, you know, like, if only we could save this fight for later, man. If only we could save this fight for later. Especially if Gaban's child is in danger. We don't know where Colin is. Last we saw, he was at the party, but he was running off screen. So is he going to the Walrus Academy? That'd be bad news, man. You know, if Scopper's kid gets kidnapped, I kind of feel bad for the Holy Knights, which I gotta say, I would love to see the interaction between Gaban and Shamrock. I don't think they've ever met before, but, you know, Gaban knows Shanks, and then, of course, Gaban was at God Valley with Shamrock's dad. Bro. And plus, Scopper has fought the God Knights before. Right, he fought the old generation of God Knights, so maybe he sees Gunko and Shamrock, and he's like, hey, y'all are too young to be here, kiddies. Oh, dude, the interactions could go crazy. And here's the thing, man. We can get so much with Gaban. That is why I'm so excited for this. Gaban, he's an old head, right? He knows about the Void Center. He knows the truth about the mural because he saw all the poneglyphs, right? And then he was at God Valley, give us all the flashbacks. He could also tell us how to hurt the Gorosei because Saturn was at God Valley too, and I'm assuming Roger fought him. And plus, dude, I don't know, man. It's just overwhelming what he could even train us. Bro, he could train us. Just like how Rayleigh trained Luffy, Scopper can train the Straw Hats. Oh my god, it's so done. And now I just really feel bad for the God Knights. I do. I mean, the odds are so stacked against them. They're confident. I still like Shamrocks a lot. I like Gunko a lot. But I just can't imagine them winning unless the hostage situation is just that pivotal. Unless they're just flawless when it comes to kidnapping giant children. I just don't see how they're going to win. Oh, man. What an amazing chapter. I mean, I'm just flabbergasted by this development. Like, I knew it was Scopper, right? Coming in, I'm like, okay, it's Scopper. It's got to be Scopper. But, you know, now that I'm really sitting here and thinking about all that he brings to the table, it's crazy. It really is. But with that being said, though, guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you guys are as hyped about this chapter as I am. How do you feel about the Scopper Gaban reveal? How do you guys feel about the Shiki theories being dead in the water? And also, let me know why you think the chapter is titled The Mountain Eater. Is that another one of Scopper Gaban's legendary nicknames? Why does he have that? Is it because he eats Ripley out? We gotta know, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow when the full spoilers over the chapter drops. My name is Sai, and I'm signing out. Peace out, brother.